And hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. And for tonight's podcast episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing our spoiler review for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I hope that you guys sit back and relax. This is going to be episode 4. We have a lot to dive into. Some predictions that happened that we mentioned last week happened. And that is the fact that Zemo wanted the antidote for himself, and so that way he can destroy it. Meanwhile, we have Captain Douchebag, Captain Party City guy that decided he wanted to inject the serum for himself, and that is exactly what we predicted for last week. I could not believe that these two things actually happened. This is something that I was not expecting to see maybe until maybe episode 5, and then they might have to bring him down. But to see this in episode 4, this makes me excited and everything, because now we actually get to see how much of an asshole this guy really is and everything, and how much he cannot be trusted. And like I said before, his real intentions is the fact, hey, I can't fight these guys without the antidote. Without the antidote, I'm just an average person with a shield. So therefore, I need to go ahead and take down. So therefore, I have to go ahead and take down this other person with these other super soldiers with the serum. So that's what I got out of that. Hey, Ladasha, welcome to the show. I do appreciate you coming in. And like I said, I thought that this was actually everything I had predicted, everything I wanted with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We actually get to see how much of an asshole this other Captain America actually is. So it was actually a pretty good episode on the setup. What did you guys think?
Well, I thought it was really good and stuff. Like you said in the beginning, like all the stuff that we were talking about last time all came true. And I just think it's funny that John, he decided to take the super serum after he got his butt kicked by Wakanda. So he was like, they're not super soldiers. And I was like, yeah, they're not super soldiers. They're warriors, and they're badass. So he was just thinking that if he had the wrong mindset, and I saw this on Facebook where a quote says, "This is why you were chosen. Because a strong man who has known power all his life may lose respect for that power. But a weak man knows the value of strength and knows compassion. Whatever happens, stay who you are. Not a perfect soldier, but a good man." And that's what John lost. He turned out to not be a good man because of what he did. And Steve is a good man. John is not, aka he is not worthy of the shield. Boom.
Nope. And like I said before, when we actually had our other guest on too, whenever I had Vernon on, I said I don't think he. Like I said, I didn't think that Sam actually felt worthy of the shield or anything like that, because of the fact of the heaviness that the shield actually held. But now with what's his name?
Walker.
With the other with Walker on the other hand and everything, it definitely feels like that he's like, okay, I can't beat these guys, so I have to go ahead and inject myself with the super serum so that way I can become these guys, so I can take them down. Because Steve, he wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have injected himself with it on purpose.
No, he wouldn't.
He would actually find a way to bring these guys down without having to inject himself with the syringe, without him doing the superhuman serum.
Because that's the difference between John and Steve. Like Steve, it seems like he has heart. And like if you're a bad person, he will try to figure a way how to stop you without killing you, kind of thing. And if he wants to save people, he will literally put his body on the line to protect others. And that's why Bucky asked John, "Have you done that? And
have you ever put your body on a live grenade?"
Of a grade, like Steve did, And it's like John was like, he said it really fast. Yeah, and I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
BS.
That's a whole bunch of BS. So it's just like that right there shows you that John is not a strong man. He is a weak man.
He's a
So,
wuss.
yes.
What about you, Ladasha? What do you think?
Well, I think this pretty much just brings out what we figured that he was, which is a faker, and he is faking being Captain America, and he's, and of course, when the opportunity came for him to inject himself with something, he took it just because he is weak. And I think it helps when you see the background of the first Captain America, when Steve was weak, and and that's why he was picked, because he did go on a grenade. He was trying to save people. He was like a hero. He just didn't have the body.
Yeah.
And that's why he was chosen. But just like anything, just like when people get a lot of money, it just shows who they are. So this pretty much just shows who he really is. He's weak.
Yeah.
And because even in the scene where Sam is talking to Carly, why do you have to bust in there?
That part.
Why do you have to bust in there? It's like, this Winter Soldier knows Sam. And if Winter Soldier is saying hold up, then you should have respected it and said hold up.
Right.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Because in reality, he doesn't care about Sam. He only cares about himself.
Exactly.
It's just crazy because I thought that was weird because he was pacing himself back and forth, and it seems like he was ready to battle. And the thing is that Sam, he just wanted to talk to her. That's it. But he had to come in there and ruin the
Stroke his ego.
plan. I'm like, dude.
I know.
Dude. Why?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why? Because even though Sam may not have powers, Sam, like he said, I'm used to talking to people like her.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even trust his teammate.
No.
Right.
No.
So,
and
Go
another thing too is nobody in the government agency even knows that Walker's even there. So he's really against his own jurisdiction as well. So therefore, Bucky and Falcon have the right and has the right to tell them to F off, tell them to wait a minute and respect them, because number one, they have been outside of their jurisdiction. Walker and Rent-A-Cop Falcon has been outside of their jurisdiction since day one. And I feel like that they should have respected that. And then also too, he's just pacing himself back and forth. He was just ready to do battle. He was ready just to take him down. Cap, Steve, he would have just went on and be patient with Sam and said, look, I'll give you about 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes tops to go ahead and do what you need to do. And then if you're not out by 10 or 15 minutes the latest, then I'll come in there and I'll see what's going on. And then we can probably bold negotiate this person down to where, where her shield, her own, not physical shield, but you know what I'm saying, with her own walls being dropped down a little bit to where he can probably talk her down too. But it's like good cop, bad cop.
Yeah,
but that's just like common sense though, John. You don't need super serum to know how to do that. Steve just knew how to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just his common sense. So when you add that with the super serum, that's what made him Captain America. This guy doesn't have that common sense and decency to the core.
Right. And this guy does not need super serum. This guy looks like he's jacked up on cocaine before he even gets set up into it. He's like, come on. You know what I mean? Because think about it like this. You are going to inject yourself with the super serum and you already have energy like that. That's going to be amplified even more to the point where you're just ready to kill somebody rather than to question things. And then be, there's a difference between killing somebody and just, interrogating them down to where they're nothing. He's just going to go in there and just kill them without even questioning anything. Kill them and ask questions later.
Yeah.
This is the kind of mentality this guy has.
Yeah. It's like Ladasha saying, it's like a good cop, bad cop. And he, like John Walker, aka Great Value, aka Party City, he is the bad cop. Like, it's like, dude, you're doing the things that's not right. If we say, hold on a second, we got this, that means we got this, leave us alone. And then he gonna come in there and say, hey, here I am, I don't have any superpowers, I'm gonna ruin everything for you guys. Oh, I got superpowers and I'm gonna kill everyone. You know, and it's like, dude, what are you doing? So
exactly,
it's just so eye rolled, but it's like true to the character, and that's what he really is, you know. So
it definitely is.
He just had to soil it. He ruined it. And his friend got killed for it too. And it's all because of what he did.
Let me say former Rent-A-Cop Falcon. Former.
Yeah, former Rent-A-Cop Falcon.
I mean,
Like, poor class for him.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not surprised. I kind of had a feeling that was going to be coming at some point. But then again, it's Walker's to blame for this. Mm-hmm. He wanted to like stroke his ego and like be like that, and like, and then him taking the serum. But so essentially, him taking the serum, and what happened at the end, he decided to he channeled his inner Chappelle show of keeping it real. Yeah, and he kept it real. And there was times to keep it real, and there was times not to keep it real. He decided not to keep it real by smashing the shield on the guy's head repeatedly until he was practically decapitated. He was channeling like so, and he did it, and the whole world got to see. And what's he gonna do next? He's probably gonna get demoted to 5 and below. And he can take away the captain part of it, just call him douchebag.
Yeah.
Like, I will be shocked in the next episode if he does not lose the shield right off the bat. Because he, like I said, this is his staff. He's not representing the true fate of America. Everybody saw it. Everybody pulled out their phones. But yeah, I'm like, the fact that he was pacing himself and it was like that, I'm like, when Steve was weak, when he was Steve never gave up. Even when he's got beat up by the bully, he said, I can still do this all day long. I don't think the guy, it looked like I felt like Walker might have to go take a crap or something because he kept walking up and down, like pacing himself. I'm like, dude, just chill out. I'm like, no, I need to do it. He needs to be the tough guy, like that. But, or when they did the flagpole, Steve was the last trip to the flagpole. And then when everybody's left, he's like, no one's taking down this flag. Steve used his brain. I don't know where this guy's brain is. What is this? Was it so far up his ass or something? Jeez, I don't know. Probably. But it's like, yeah, and it's like I said, this episode was like a lot darker than the last episode because they took away the whole. And I think this is the tone we're getting. So the whole buddy cop aspect of it. I don't think I think they got rid of that, so we're not going to be focused on that. And we got 2 episodes, so I think they're going to take and pedal to the metal and to finish this because I'm intrigued. Yeah, they're gonna full follow. We got 2 episodes left. So
another thing that I want to bring up is 2 things here. Number 1, if you notice, Falcon managed to take down those super soldiers without no serum. Yeah, he managed to do it just fine, just by using his tech. Yeah. So therefore, you don't need to take down these super soldiers with a serum. And plus, you also have Bucky on your side. So therefore, you don't need the super serum.
Yeah, because Bucky does it.
Exactly. And I think the government wanted them to work together as a team at one point. I think that's what it was going to get towards. But with the way Walker was doing stuff, there's not going to happen and everything. Because think of it like this: if they did work together, Walker wouldn't have needed the serum, or anything like that. He wouldn't have that vulnerability to where he said, "You know what? I can't do this without being like them." Even though in his whole purpose, he feels like he's doing something right when it's really wrong. But at the same time, now I don't feel like he's actually doing. He feels like he's doing something right. I feel like he knows that he's doing something wrong now, and he just doesn't give a shit. That's the way I see.
Well, by his facial expression, I can kind of see that when he turns around and he sees all the people recording him, and he was like. And he put the shield up like this, and he's like, huh, like it seems like, yeah, I did it. You know?
Yeah, I took that. You see what I did there?
Like, yeah, what? I did it. What you gonna do?
Yeah, come on.
But what's sad is that like Nico was telling Carly that he liked Captain America and he was a fan of Captain America because of his grandfather. But yet Captain America, not the real one, the Party City one, killed him. He got killed by Captain America.
But you know what, though? I want to mention this. Never in my life would I have thought that Disney would go ahead and decapitate someone in a TV show. Because here's the thing. When I get this, I remember when all the Daredevil stuff came out. Mm-hmm. Oh, Daredevil belongs to the MCU and everything. He does not belong on Netflix. He would fit in good with the MCU. All of a sudden, you see Fisk, decapitated man with a Van Door. I'm like, nope, he does not belong in the MCU. No. But then now we see this, and they do it a different way where it's not so graphic, but you know the details of what's happening, and it still has that effect. It had that same effect with me that it did whenever Fisk was banging that guy's head up against the door, sliding the door against the guy's head and decapitating him. It had that same effect on me. I was like, ooh. It was just so mixed well.
We got the full effect of it when he showed his shield and you see the blood, like the bottom part of the shield all covered in the guy's blood and it's dripping. I'm like, yeah, we pretty much got that full effect. And then again, this is the writer of this wrote some of the John Wick movies.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, that explains it.
But it's like I'm really intrigued who this power broker is. I mean, come to think of it, I don't think it's Zemo, to be honest, because because Zemo destroyed the vials, and he's after destroying the vials, and I think the power broker is looking to hold on to the vials. I can see. Remember the guy and the one that was partnering up with Falcon in the very first episode? That the Marine guy, the one was asked, like the one that was like was searching for them. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being the power broker.
Huh?
Wow.
I don't know.
That'd be interesting because I know it's not Sharon because a lot of people are thinking that it's Sharon, but I'm like, why do you think it's Sharon if she's not the power broker? It was like, why do you guys think it's her?
Don't forget too, Sharon was the one who tracked Walker.
Yeah.
Said, hey, look, Walker's coming your way. You guys need to go ahead and run.
Yeah.
So that tells you right there. Yeah. But here's the thing. What if Zemo's antidotes were never destroyed? What if he wanted to make the antidote for himself?
Maybe.
And then become the power broker? Because I guarantee you, if he has all this money laying around, he's got to have some serums laying around.
I mean, it could still happen. I don't know. I was thinking of him destroying the vials. Him destroying them, I'm like, isn't the power broker not want to destroy them? Wants to hold on to them?
I don't know. But I was just wondering, did he destroy them or kill? Is his name Nigel? Was his name Nigel? I have to go back on my notes. The guy who recreated the super serum, did he kill them and destroyed it to hide evidence so that it won't be traced back to him? You know, it's just like it's a lot of things that's just going around. So it's just like it was apparently they got a text message about it, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird, but it'll be interesting to see who it really is. So
yeah,
it might not be Zemo. It might be him.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I mean, it was just a hypothetical because I thought of it because I remembered Zemo destroyed the vials, and those were the only ones that were left that we know of. I don't know if there's any more vials out anywhere. Those were all destroyed, and Captain Douchebag took the last one. Now I should say technically Douchebag because he's going to lose his captain status.
No, he totally lost his captain status with me.
Yeah,
unless the government decides, like, you know what, we need that type of violence, and then they still reward him. But then again, that wouldn't be going with the comics because they seem to be going the comic route.
Yeah.
Because even Tamara told me that. She goes, it's just like the comics.
Yeah, it is. Because the thing is that they were saying that the only difference is that John Walker's parents died, that's when he decided to kill. In this one, it's John Walker's best friend died, so he decided to kill Nico. Right. So that's when he goes bad. So they're just changing certain things from what it really is in the comics to, this. So to benefit the audience, because you have people who don't read it and you have people who do. So yeah.
Yeah, because I'm one of the people. Yeah, I'm one of the people. I'm sorry, Tamara, who doesn't.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, who doesn't read the comics, and I don't, read too much about it because I want to basically just flow with whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know that in the comics that his father died.
Yeah.
But I think it still goes back to what we were saying before. His character was bad anyway. He just used that as a trigger to do really what he wanted to do anyway, which is have the power. He didn't care about being Steve. He just wanted the power.
Yeah. And look, he got his best friend killed.
Yeah.
I'm like, Steve's best friend ended up living.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve's best friend was helping the government.
Let's also talk about this though too. This is another thing I wanted to bring up. I like the whole entire thing where at first where you actually have Sam talking the girl down.
Yeah.
And then, it just gives you that emotional level to where she can reason with him and relate to him. And then I also liked how she was able to talk to his sister, even though it was like the wrong way to actually try and talk to her.
Yeah, you don't do that.
But I liked how she was she wasn't basing it off of emotion or anything like that. She was making sure her motives were correct. If there was something there with Falcon, with Sam, where she can trust him. And as soon as his sister winds up telling her, you can trust Sam, because Sam does not even like Walker at all.
No.
So I really like that scene, and also too, I like the whole. What did you guys think about Zemo with the kids? I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was fishy. It's like Candyman. You don't trust. You don't trust that. You don't trust it at all. It. There we go. It. You see the clown peeping, and he's like, "Hey, you want your little boat? Hey, Georgie." And then he got his arm bit off, and then
Matter of fact, Ladasha, your sister was texting me that though too, talking about the Turkish sweets.
Turkish
yes.
I thought something was like I said, I don't think anything really happened from that, which I was bummed because they said don't trust these two. These two are bad, and nothing really came from that.
No,
I do have a theory on that.
But she did see them with him when they came to the funeral area. But yeah, she still invited him inside.
I think I have a theory on that though. It's like don't talk to them. The only people you should talk to is me.
Oh, okay.
Kind of thing. So you're gonna be our guide through this whole entire deal. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, don't talk to them. You can't trust them. Trying to put that in her head. The only one that you can trust is me. So therefore, you have to guide me, not them. This is for me, into the funeral. And that was the way he had to do it, was saying, don't trust them, trust me, put trust in me.
Oh, okay.
And guide me. Don't worry about them. They're gonna follow me in, basically. But you know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah.
That's my theory. Is like, they're gonna be coming in, but you're gonna be guiding me. Focus on me. That's the main thing.
To go to your point, I don't think Carly still trusts Sam. That's me. I don't know if the two of them trust you, even though Sam showed up, but then again, he was with Bucky. I don't know if she still trusts him. I mean, like I said, we'll find out. But then again, I'm not sure if she trusts Sam or not. Then again, like I said, I didn't want Sam to go in there alone anyway. You need to have Bucky with you because it's like you don't know what's going to happen. So it's better to have anyway. Because you can't trust her. And then again, because sometimes you have the very sweet moments with her, and then she goes kills a bunch of people, and you expect to be on her side. So we don't really know they're playing really good. Like they're playing like a fine line between her being good and her being bad. So it's very hard to determine if to root for her or not. I mean, really, the only two people who can really root for is Bucky and Sam, because they're the only two guys that are like they're able to do something. And like I said, they're the only two guys I trust in the show because clearly can't trust the government because they're going to give it. They're going to can't give away the shield to Captain Douchebag or Captain. Hey, how's your best friend? Oh yeah, that's right.
I know.
One punch.
Carly is like a ticking time bomb to me.
Yeah.
She's kind of, I think she has good intentions, but she's one of those types of people who goes about things the wrong way.
Yep.
And so with somebody like that, they don't know what they're going to do. So, it's hard to really root for because you already know that, put under stress, she's probably going to go off on somebody.
She will.
Yeah, she's going to go off on somebody. So
she just watched her partner and best friend get. She just watched her partner and best friend get decapitated by Captain Rent-A-Cop.
I mean, it was. That was
the whole world saw it. She saw it. Falcon saw it.
Yes, the whole world saw it. Everybody is watching and looking. It's kind of surreal. It's like it's such a 21st century moment. Everybody's standing around with cameras looking at this, and this guy, he's just in like bloodlust or something. I mean, you can tell he enjoyed it.
Even afterwards.
He enjoyed that.
His partner got punched. I mean, his partner got punched. One punch, and he landed awkwardly. It was an accident. They were fighting. You should, like I said, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe you should have not thought about yourself and thought about your team because it's a team effort, a-hole.
Yeah.
You just killed your friends. How's that feel?
Because the thing is that he should have just mind his business and stopped following Sam and Bucky. Let them do their thing because you lost your best friend because of your foolishness. Yeah.
And they're off the grid too.
Yeah, they're off the grid. But yet you're trying to tell the Warriors, are you out of your jurisdiction? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
I'm like,
who are you talking to?
I'm like, right? I was like, please, because you're the ones who was out of your jurisdiction.
Yeah, I mean,
who is you?
And they whooped his ass.
Yeah, they sure did.
Oh,
yeah. And he was boohoo and crying.
Reminded me of Black Panther when the camera were on him when he wanted to murder Claw. Yep, that's right.
Yep.
And obviously they know what the shield is because spoiler alert, vibranium is all about Wakanda.
Yeah.
This guy is really smart. He should have realized that when she picked up the shield or stopped the shield, they know what this is.
Yeah.
Hello.
They worked with the real Captain America in Infinity War. They were there. Captain America was friends with T'Challa. Like they can see an imposter and that guy's clearing imposters that can't fight.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Tim.
I was gonna say that's where he messed up. Because Sam and Bucky tried to warn him. I was like, dude, I don't think you should do it. Don't do it. And he gonna put his hands on her. I was like, ooh.
No,
don't you put your hands on her.
No. I didn't want any part of it. He's like, yeah, you got it, Walker. You can do it.
Yeah,
but it shows how much Walker doesn't know. And Bucky and Winter Soldier know. I mean, not Bucky and Falcon know.
Yes.
They know is that they've been through the ins and outs, the private conversations, all this history between, Wakanda and Steve and Bucky and all this other stuff, information that probably the government doesn't even know. So there's no file for Walker to read about some of these conversations. So, especially like the conversation Bucky has with the Wakanda warrior in the alley. it's a lot of history there. So it's almost like he's saying, I don't trust y'all. I know better than y'all. So, I'm just going to go and, touch this woman, take this serum, everything they're telling him to do.
Yeah.
He said, I know better, which he's a fool. He doesn't really know anything.
He knows nothing. They really should change his name.
He knows nothing.
They should change his name to John Walker Snow. Because John knows nothing.
Oh, Lord, that's a whole nother show.
You know what's that?
His
watch has ended.
His watch has ended.
Oh my God.
But the thing is that
he knows like Game of Thrones, how they made Jon Snow look like an idiot at the end. Don't get me on.
And what do you know?
John Walker, I did want to catch on something real quick though. And that's the fact, how you said the whole world is watching and stuff like that. I actually thought that same thing though too, with everybody with the cameras and stuff like that. It does feel so real. It's like, oh shit, we are living in this world where we have cameras watching everything. And Walker doesn't even care. He doesn't even acknowledge that or anything like that. You see the blood dripping off the shield. You see him just, I just did that. Recognize, drop the microphone.
What you gonna do?
You're about to get promoted.
He was like sexual chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good scene, and I'm like you, John. I was very surprised. Hey, Susie from Australia.
Good eye, Mike.
Hey, Susie. I love Australia.
Me too.
But it was like the whole scene was very good. It's movie quality, and I was just like, wow, they're doing this kind of stuff on it was graphic, but it was really a nice scene on Disney Plus. So I mean, I'm impressed.
I love the stunt work. The stunt work was just amazing. Like Charlie said, it was the John Wick stunt people. They actually know how to bring that kind of thing to the
writer. It was the John Wick writer. But he I think he probably, like you said, I think he was probably involved with the action sequences and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure he's involved in some capacity, but maybe not to the extent of the. I mean, Sons has been great for this whole. That, like I said, it's a whole change of pace from WandaVision to this. I mean, it's more grounded because WandaVision was all supernatural powers, a lot of powers. This one isn't necessarily. It's more super strength and stuff. I mean, we'll probably get more the superhero stuff but everything's more grounded. And I think the other reason too, Sam kind of bonded with Carly before Captain. I don't know, like Captain Who Gives a Shit gets in there.
He's just a douche. You like giving him the captain. You don't even get Captain Morgan, man.
No, like
he does. He just get great value.
Yeah.
I know.
Because never mind.
He's like Coors Light. It's like the beer you don't want.
Yeah,
like,
I thought it was. I thought
that was that Zika. What's that Zima? That old beer that was clear, Zima.
Yeah.
That disgusting stuff.
Yeah. I was to say, I thought Carly got blipped, but then again, I was about to say the two bonded because they both got blipped, but then I realized, never mind. I thought that was true, but then again, I think Sam's coming from the heart because he's suffering. He knows, like you said, I mean, he knows it's not easy. He wasn't getting the Avenger treatment. Everybody's still questioning him. They said, "Is this guy bothering you?" Like people have been Karens on him. I was like, seriously, like Sam was a big part of that, and that's when then. But I think like but yeah, like I said, I thought the two got flipped. That's why they kind of related to each other. But then it was like, oh yeah, that's right. No.
Another thing that I wanted to bring up too was this. I thought that whenever she was on the phone and everything else too, I thought she was just going to go on ahead and just kill his sister and everybody right then and there and threaten her.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But to know that she didn't do that makes me question things. Like there might be a little bit of likeness into that darkness type of thing. Like I trust her, but I don't trust her. It's like I have my walls up, but I'm not ready to let you in, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like that this person's toxic for me, but I'm just gonna be hesitant with that person, even though I have to connect to them maybe on a day-to-day basis or whatever. But it's like I'm just gonna go on ahead, see where this goes, and then I make my decision. You know?
Yeah, that's gonna change as soon as she saw her friend get decapitated. Yeah, she going full. She's gonna kill some more people. Like more people. like people you know and love are gonna die. Essentially, it's pretty much that. I mean, because when she saw Walker do that, and the fact that he's superhuman now, and that she realized, like, crap, I don't have any more of the serum to help fight against this guy. I don't know. Like, hopefully, like I said, she realizes that Sam and Bucky are the help because they had no part of what Walker did. But we'll see. So that it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. There's gonna be a huge brawl between Walker and Carly, probably by the end of the episode, because Walker's pissed because Carly killed his best friend, which he put him in the situation anyway because he told him, like, kind of, guys, like, this dude. He's telling him, dude, chill, it's okay. But
he should have backed off.
Yeah, he should have.
Like, if he would have stayed in his lane, he wouldn't have lost his best friend. Stay in your lane.
He was keeping it real. And you know what happens when you keep it real? Your best friend dies. So, but he felt like keeping it real and decapitate a guy who's going to lose his job. And then, like I said, this is putting the whole perspective on. This is the guy representing the GRU, like, or the resource area. He's your poster child, and that poster child just killed somebody. And I'm pretty sure I don't think he was given the order to kill anybody. And I believe I don't think they were told him, like, to stop him.
No,
and probably kill somebody.
No, and because that's not their intentions. That's not what they wanted to do. They wanted someone to represent Steve.
Yeah,
they wanted someone to be like Steve, and instead it backfired on them. And Walker went rogue, went full on rogue, and everything. He went on ahead, thought on emotion, and acted on emotion, and in the end, you have someone that died. It's the same thing, for example, with Sonny and the Godfather. Sonny was a hothead and everything. He was his biggest weakness, for example, was his sister. And as soon as her husband was laying hands on him and on her, he was gone full postal. He was ready to go on ahead and do battle with the husband. And then guess what? He goes on ahead. He goes up to the toll booth, and all of a sudden, these guys with machine guns, Tommy guns, winds up blasting him in his own car and kills him. Same outcome that happened with Rent-A-Cop or Rent-A-Center Falcon. It's the same thing because he thought of it on emotion. And what did he do when he thought of it on emotion? He got his friend hurt and killed. That's the bottom line.
Books. Because again, the government doesn't even know that they're in that location. So he killed two people. And his best friend got killed, so I'm blaming that on him. And then he killed a guy, and the whole world saw it. And the government did not know where they worked. They bothered, like, you know what? They don't need to know. They just need to know that we got the job done. Or like they'll need to know, like we'll bask in the success once we complete this mission. The government doesn't need to know. Yeah, I think
they don't know.
They know what he is now.
You're on YouTube.
You know what he's doing now. But I think too, this shows how extraordinary Steve was as an individual. Even without the super serum, this just shows that he was an extraordinary person. He picked extraordinary people to hang out with, to be friends with. And even though he's gone, these friends are the ones that are trying to straighten out the situation. And that's an extraordinary person. John Walker is not. He is pretty much the epitome of, like, just douchebag society, like people acting up in Paneria bread. I'm so entitled. I got on this suit, so I'm entitled to this super serum. It's like, no, you're not entitled to the super serum because they put on a suit. You put on a suit. It's more than that.
Tamika says, I'm sure the government will plant him as an American hero. Media spin.
I don't know how they gonna media spin that. I mean, he done decapitated somebody. How you?
Yeah, they can easily like edit that part out, so they'll take it down from YouTube, and they could just edit it out and just like, yeah, this would happen. But people who saw it on YouTube will be like, huh, that's not how it happened. So it's gonna be divided, basically. Yeah. So you're gonna have people on one side that thinks that Captain America killed that man, and then people on the other side is like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see a thing.
I don't think, like I said, because if they've been pretty to this comic arc for Walker, like I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna keep going that route. I don't think the government will spin it that way because then you're gonna have a huge uprising. And like I mean, the whole world's seeing it. You can't take down everybody's cell phones, and this wasn't even in the U.S. This was
outside.
Yeah. It's gonna spread like wildfire. I think, like I said, I mean, like at some point, Bucky and Sam will get the shield back because they keep showing it in the trailers. They keep emphasizing they're getting the shield. It's only a matter. I think, like I said, and I think he does something in the comics that gets demoted, and that's why they strip him of that thing. That's why he gets a new outfit and new shield or whatever. I don't think they're gonna spin. I mean, the government, they can't really necessarily spin it that way.
They're going to disown him. You know, the U.S. government is going to back away, disown him, basically say that he went rogue, and they didn't sanction any of this stuff, you know. So I think they're just going to throw him out in the trash, and that's probably going to shock him in a bit. It's going to shock him because, you know, everybody knows that's what the government does. They disown people who are caught or whatever and say, oh, we didn't send them there. They were reporters, you know.
Right. And it's hard. Here's the thing. It's hard to edit something that's live. It's hard to actually BS that. There's no getting around that. You have millions of cameras watching you. You can't go in there and delete every single person's phone. And then you also have to delete everything that was recorded on the streets as well. I can see them messing with the cameras in the streets, but it's hard to mess with somebody else's camera.
It's overseas too. That's the issue. This was overseas. This wasn't in the U.S. This was overseas. I mean, the government's going to try, but I do deep down, like I said, like
I don't think they're going to back them.
No,
with you.
I don't
because, like I mean, said,
if they do, then it's just going to lead to more backlash. I mean, like. The closest Cap got to hurt somebody was Iron Man when him and Bucky were fighting Iron Man in Civil War. And Steve couldn't even put his shield in Iron Man's chest area. He couldn't do it. He just slammed the shield on the ground because he couldn't hurt his friend. This guy said,
yeah. I mean, that scene really was just.
I mean, that's probably what they're setting up. I mean, I think he is working with, like I said, probably working with the power broker, but I mean, he won't care. But I mean, that's it. The government's going to toss him out, and they're going to strip him of the shield. Yeah, he'll have super strength, but he's going to lose this thing that he so cherishes, his shield. But like I said,
But wasn't he a football player? Because he had a name on his locker.
Yeah,
he was a football player.
Okay, so that's the thing.
Because
he didn't like the fact that he couldn't be what he should be, and it was bothering him because he was a star football player in high school. So when he became Captain America, it wasn't the same. So that's like, I was just wondering about that.
I mean, I don't think, like I said, I mean, he won't care because I don't like if he gets tossed out, he'll become like the superhero in the comics. So again, I think they're going the route of the comics about him doing something that's going to strip him of the stuff. I mean, I don't think in the comics he had the shield very long. Again, I don't know. He'll
lose his girlfriend.
Yeah,
he's definitely gonna lose his girlfriend. But I think he will care if the shield is taken from him, because I really think he has somehow really believed in his mind that he is Captain America, and he has taken on this persona. Like you said, Tamara, he was a star quarterback. He's kind of merged that characteristic onto, Steve. Like, Steve was this star Avenger, and now I'm the star Avenger. His ego is in here.
Yeah.
So, and a big part of his ego is that shield.
Yeah.
Right.
It's clearly
having it stripped from him.
By next episode, they Bucky gonna beat him down for that. That's what he doesn't understand. Bucky can really fight. Like, Bucky just real skills.
Yeah.
Hydra. Serum. And Bucky's gonna snatch that thing from him.
I mean, he almost stole it. Like in the second episode, he caught it, and then he gave it back.
Yeah, the thing is about Bucky, if he wanted to kill him, he would.
Oh yeah.
But it's a rule in his when he had his psychiatrist gave him a rule. And he is like, not to kill anybody. Yeah. Bucky can't kill anymore.
No.
But if he wanted to, he could.
And I think it goes back to that scene at the very beginning. I'm sorry, John. I think it goes back to that scene at the very beginning where she is giving him the words. And, and so then she says, "You're free." And he just starts crying. And it's, to me, that was moving. Because it's like a weight had been taken off of him with those words.
Exactly.
I don't know. That'd be interesting. I'm interested to see how the serum really affects him, because the serum affects everybody different ways. I'm interested in how it's gonna impact Walker, because I think it's gonna change him. I think he's gonna I think his mind's gonna go CTE esque. He's gonna go crazy.
Yeah,
he's gonna go crazy. And Bucky's familiar with fighting Cap, because he took Cap all the way in the Winter Soldier, many fights, and he beat the crap out of Cap. And Cap knows how to fight. John Walker can't fight if his life depends on it.
No, we saw that firsthand, though. We saw that firsthand, that he can't fight for shit. Because look how quickly he was taken down whenever they were trying to beat up on the serum. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that had the serum and everything else. But Luke actually asked this though too. But would the serum remove that side of Walker? If the serum unlocks what's really inside you, will that change him completely? Here's the thing. Walker's true intentions was always there in front of us and everything. And his true intentions was out for himself rather than for the good of America or good for the people overseas. It was all about self, about pleasing self and everything. And a serum would not, here's the thing, whatever you're going to be, that's what you're going to be, no matter what. That serum just amplifies it even more and brings out a lot more to make you go, woohoo, kind of cuckoo. But it makes you even that more wilder and everything because of your persona that you already have.
Yeah, the serum is like money to me. The serum is like money. People who get a lot of money, they don't change. This is just who they are amplified. They just have access to amplify who they really are inside. And the serum to me is the same way. The Walker was going to be a douche. He is a douche. Now he's
forever a douche.
That's all.
He's playing me-ball. He's in basketball. If he's a basketball player, he'd probably be James Harden because he plays me-ball. Give me the ball.
Like me first.
Me first. You guys, I'm not a team player.
James Harden said he has turned over a new leaf in Brooklyn. See there.
Apparently, they never read the book "Me First" to him in grade school, because if he did, he would actually learn something from the me.
And if he got touched, he'd be LeBron James, foul. He would flop.
Oh Lord! See now, LeBron people getting ready to attack you about that. I'm not talking about LeBron. I love LeBron. He's just not Michael Jordan, but I love LeBron.
He will never be Jordan.
No, and that's my only issue with him. It's not even an issue; it's just a fact. So
yeah, it's just facts.
Yeah, it's just a fact. He's not Jordan. So
no, he's on MJ. Nobody
don't understand that. No, he'll never be. But other than that, he's fine.
Mika.
Hold on, Luke. Hold on. Mika.
No.
That new Space Jam movie looks trash.
But Luke said this. Who do you think helped Walker with the serum he stole? Meaning, who helped inject the serum? Walker did it on himself.
Yeah, Walker did it himself.
Yeah, I thought he did it himself. Yeah,
because he asked his friend, if you had the serum, would you inject yourself with it? And he said, yeah. So he injected himself.
Yeah, I don't think
in his own room.
For it. He is all about me. I got the serum. I'm gonna do it myself. Screw everybody. I care about me. Yeah, that me attitude got your best friend killed. How's that feel?
Yeah, how does that feel to you?
Like
Not good, huh?
He's on the adrenaline high right now. So like I said, when it's gonna crash, and once he crashes after he realizes he just got screwed because he screwed himself. He's gonna realize, hey buddy, oh wait, that's right. How's Bruce's parents?
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute.
I know.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I don't have any remorse for this character.
I have no. Yeah,
I like the actor. I don't care for his character.
Oh yeah, this is separate from the actor. I love Goldie and Kurt. I'm sorry. So I I'm obligated to like their son.
Yeah, Snake Plissken, man.
Snake Plissken. Shout out to the Christmas Chronicles. I love him, but he's a douchebag here, and yeah, he's gonna get in a lot of trouble in the next episode. The super serum is not gonna get him out of this kind of trouble.
I hope so. I'm rooting for it. Like I said, I don't want to see. I want to see him like lose the shield that you've been building up this whole time. You gave it to an imposter. Give it back to the real people. Or I don't know, have Cap show up and like as a scroll. Hey, the shield's mine, or something. Yeah. I don't know, because there's that aspect to it. We don't know who's a scroll and who's not. There could be a lot of characters we're dealing with that are really scrolls because they're hidden in plain sight. So. Maybe the power broker's a scroll or something. I don't know.
I'm just
there is something that I wanted to bring up. There was something that I wanted to bring up though. I like how it was foreshadowing with Zemo asking Sam, "Would you ever take the serum if it was actually given to you, hypothetically?" Mm-hmm. Which makes me think that Zemo has an antidote too. It just shows that he crushed most of them, but maybe he kept one. That's what I'm thinking. But then. Hold on, it gets better. Then it foreshadows into the other scene where you actually have douchebag Captain America asking his friend, hypothetically, would you take the serum if it was given to you?
They both said yes, while Sam said no. Flat out said no. That truth the real, like, Sam's really worthy of the shield because he doesn't need no serum. And that's why Steve trusted him in it because he saw something in him that I think and that Sam will hopefully realize sooner, like hopefully in the next 2 episodes. Like, yeah, I think that there's a reason Steve gave me because I don't need no serum to fight. Like Steve didn't want the serum. Steve was like he earned it because he was always the little guy that never gave up. And like I said, he never gave up never backed down from a fight. He'd always he'd risk himself just to save others. Like he'd put his life on the line. John Walker didn't even do any of that. Like he's like, he's just boasting about like, yeah, I can do this. Oh,
I'm
wait,
Captain America.
Yeah, I got beat up by Wakandans. But he beat up by girls, then they realize he needs a serum. That's pretty weak.
But it kind of showed the reason I think Steve picked or liked Falcon is because Falcon is smart and resourceful like he is. And
he's loyal.
It popped in my mind that in the first Captain America movie, right after he got the super serum and he was chasing the Nazi through Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And what did he do? He didn't just run around and just like, I got super serum. No, he asked the people on the street, have you seen this guy? Did you see somebody running? Like what, And it's like, he's on the spot.
Yeah.
Like he was willing to stop the guy to save the kid. And he's like, and the kid's like, no, I'm fine. Go get him. I can swim.
Go get him. And then when he found the Nazi, he wasn't going to kill him. He was going to bring him to justice. And then he put the poison.
He didn't drown. He went and saved him. Like,
yeah. And that was, I'm sure, Steve at supreme super serum height because he had just got it. And he hadn't done really anything yet. So, it was probably very potent then. So if he wasn't going to do it at the height, then he's not going to do it any other time. That's why he liked Falcon. Because they had that same resourcefulness without even the super serum. And Walker doesn't have that.
No, not at all. And that tells you there's a difference between a guy from Brooklyn and a dude from some some city in Georgia. There's like the big difference. So yeah.
He could be lying about all that too. We don't even know if he's really from there because there's like I said, he keeps being like, oh, I'm just the guy that's like really like, oh, down to earth. I'm like really great, but deep down, no, you're not. No, everybody. I mean, from the very first moment he showed up, are we really sure it's him or is it the guy from Up? I don't know. But like as soon as he showed up, we knew it was bad. Like he took the shield and that creepy A smile of his, like a pedophile. Yeah,
like,
no.
Exactly. That's what it was. I know his smile creeped me out. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like,
oh, I knew something was bad, and
I was like, oh,
as soon as he showed up on screen, that old man creepy smile of his, I'm like, yeah, he's bad. Like I can read. Like everybody can read that a mile away. That's why he was getting crapped on, and he definitely did. And then how did he grow a beard so fast? You showed that moment there. And now like, how did he grow the beard so fast? Are you sure he wasn't on
magic? That's all I can say. Magic.
Magic. It was magic.
The important thing is we got that hour-long Zemo cut that everybody really wanted.
Oh yeah,
I didn't watch that.
I saw
the Zemo cut. I was like, yeah,
that was funny. Like it only took Marvel 1 week to give us the Zemo cut, and I think they filmed this for like they had many takes of this. That's why and it took DC like I don't know, maybe like years to give us the Snyder cut. I mean, come on. That's why Marvel's always better than you. They're just trying with nothing but an hour-long dance.
Oh my God! Well, I finally did see the Snyder cut, so I watched all 4 hours of that.
I'm out.
I know your sister told me.
Yes. I have so many thoughts on that. So many thoughts.
So now
I still have to watch it. I have a child.
I do want to mention. I do want to go on ahead and say something though too, as far as everything else goes. I like where we actually saw Bucky with Becca Wakanda and going through his therapy sections with them and try to control his anger, control his rage to become an Avenger. And also too, I want to mention this real quick is this. Okay, remember when everybody was saying, oh, Bucky should be Captain America, should be the next Captain America, not Falcon. Here's the thing. I said this from the very beginning, and I'm also going to replicate on what we saw tonight and everything. Okay, Bucky did not want to be Captain America because he knew the weight that shield had on people. Not only that, but he also felt like he wasn't worthy because of the damage he did with Tony's parents. He killed people. He killed people, the leader of Wakanda. Then also, too, now we go into this detail where you have someone who's a loose cannon and who is not worthy of wearing the shield. And that's exactly what Bucky, basically, we were seeing something that would actually bend Bucky. If you think about it, if Bucky was chosen to be Captain America and everything. And that's exactly why Bucky did not want to be Captain America, because he knew the damage he would have caused if he went and got the shield whenever he was not in his right mind yet or anything like that. And also, too, he felt like it wasn't worth it because he was also working for the Nazis and everything too. So to have that would be a huge backlash. And can you imagine the media eating that up? Oh, do not pick him as the next Captain America. He was working for Nazis. Go with John Walker. John Walker is America's dream. America's dream.
Yeah, and plus Bucky really loved Steve. He loved Steve like a brother. And I think that's another reason he can't pick up the shield, because the shield is Steve to him, and he loves Steve to death. He really, the only thing he doesn't want is he doesn't want Walker to have it. He doesn't want Falcon having it because he feels like Falcon is worthy. But I don't think he could deal with the shield just because of his closeness with Steve.
Yeah, because he could see the difference between Steve and John Walker. Because he can look at John and he's like, you don't deserve that shield. You don't deserve it. He already knew. He's like, no, I don't know why you have it. You don't deserve it. You know,
Bucky will be using the shield all the time because everybody knows, like, now Bucky has a detachable arm. All you gotta do is just touch a certain buttons on this arm, and this automatically falls off.
It's like a crash dummy. If you think about it,
that was funny.
If you think about it,
I was like, dang.
Yeah, and then what funny when he just put it back like flop. Like, oh,
did you know about this?
Yeah.
No. Like, bro, you know, shield's gonna get stolen every 24/7, 365. If like everybody like touches his arm in the right spot, it automatically detaches. There goes the shield.
Another thing though too.
And then he puts it back on
Falcon
and wound it up like, okay, back to work.
If you think about it though, Falcon is just a walking, talking dummy, crash dummy. If you think about it, he's like, and it's like he's like the action figure that breaks.
Yeah.
It's like, wonder what this button does.
I know, and they arm always stuck up like that.
That's why they showed that they revealed the leaked the toy image of Falcon with all red, white, and blue outfits holding the shield. I'm pretty sure he's getting the shield.
Yep.
I think like I'll be shocked if he doesn't get the shield by the end of the end of the show.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I'll be mad too. I'll be going off on Disney again. Disney, you don't want me going off on you. You need to do it right.
I think Falcon is gonna get the shield. I mean, Bucky may have it for a minute, really, basically to snatch it out of John Walker's hands and probably beat him with it.
I think John might lose his arm and Bucky snatches out of his hand.
You know what though? I can see him tossing his arm to Sam. He's like, "Here, bitch, slap him." Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Yes. Now he gonna beat Walker. He gonna beat that serum straight out of him with that shield. I mean, that's what I'm waiting on.
Bucky's done it before. I mean, we saw him do it when he fought the final fight scene in the Winter Soldier. Him beating Cap to a pulp, and you see Cap's face all bluish and purple. Bucky can do it, and I think Bucky's gonna beat the crap out of Walker. Like they're really setting that up. The two of them are hating each other, so it's gonna be set up a big wall between them.
But here's my thing: do you think that Walker knows or cares that Bucky can beat him to a pulp?
I don't think he knows it. I don't think he understands it. No.
Okay. He just knows that Bucky is like going through therapy and stuff like that. But he just doesn't know that Bucky can beat him to a pulp, even though he has his super serum.
We're dealing with John Walker. He knows nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's said in because he's like, does it? Let me think. Does it? Doesn't involve me? No, I don't care. Like, I think that's, like you said. I mean, he knows nothing. Mm-hmm. Again, John Walker Snow. That's what
But even in the first Captain America, before when Bucky and Steve were normal, Bucky was ready to fight. He was ready to throw down if you mess with Steve or somebody he liked. I mean, he was kind of a little brawler in the first Captain America, just personality wise.
Right.
So now that he's super enhanced, it's like that brawler part of him has been enhanced and amplified. So he throw down. He ready to throw down, and Walker don't realize that. That's why he won't beat him.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why he's a wuss. So he took the serum.
So, all right, guys. Is there any? Now we're reaching our 1 hour mark. Is there anything else that you guys want to touch on as far as the show goes, or anything like that? Any other final points that you guys want to make?
Shout out to Mika with the Turkish candy. Mika loves candy. And as soon as I saw the candy, Zemo put the candy on there, I'm like, yep, that's Mika. That
would be me. Oh, I know where he is.
Okay. So we do have one question from Luke. And Luke says, one thought, what role Zemo play in the finale? He seems to float around and do his own thing. But we get to a point where Zemo has to help one side to help them win. Here's my thing, and I've said this before. I felt like he's Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Where he puts himself in certain positions to where maybe one side backstabs the other side. I can see him being the puppeteer, because don't forget, he was a puppeteer in Civil War.
Yes,
and that's what he was good at.
Mhm.
This, I could see him being a puppeteer in this one, playing both sides and get this Falcon and Bucky walk away scot-free and everything. I could see where they wind up having some closure and things like that and walking away. With Zemo, I see him walking away, not going to prison. So as long as it benefits Zemo, it's good. That's all he cares about too. Zemo's going to benefit Zemo. If it's a way for him to win at both sides, where both sides might have to take each other out and him just exit away and everything, he's going to do it. Zemo is going to go on ahead because he's out for Zemo. And let's see here. If Zemo gave me candy, I would.
Yeah, she would. She would steal all the secrets, especially if it's some good candy.
Is Zemo actually Loki? I would not go that far.
No.
I would go
Scroll. I wouldn't go that far. No, Zemo is crafty. Zemo is very crafty. I agree with John. He is, he's Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think he's because remember on the sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, because the end of that episode where they revealed Zemo, there was two of them. There was one that was in the cell and one that was there. Maybe he's a Skrull. Again, it's going the whole theme here is Skrulls, which I think is the theme for this new phase. The Skrulls. Because they're technically, you don't know which ones are good, don't know which ones are bad, but they're hidden in plain sight. He could be a Skrull. There's that too. I would say more Skrull than Loki. Because Loki's got his own problems, because he's still dealing with the time people or whatever.
Right. Yeah. And also, too, we captured this, though, too, Luke, about Zemo possibly being the power broker. We did wind up saying that we are still speculating at the fact that I think it was Tamara and I said he is. Me, too. I'm saying he's the power broker.
He might be. He may not be. Like I said, I could think it's the guy that Stan worked with in the beginning. That the agent that got pummeled in the face by the big brute. I could see him. He could end up being the power broker because like I said, obviously it's not Sharon. I don't think it could be Zemo. Could not be. John Walker probably could be working with them. I don't think it's Sharon. I really don't.
No, I don't think it's Sharon. No,
I think that's what everybody wants you to think. It's Sharon because it's like this, that. But I think she's working with Fury.
Yeah, she's working with Fury.
Because, Luke, think of it like this, and I mentioned this earlier. Why would she go ahead and give the coordinates to John Walker if she was working for, if she was the power broker? So you have to think of it on that angle.
Yeah.
And also the power broker would have known where Carly is because Carly received the text saying, "I will find you, and you better have my serums." But I don't know. And then again, I think they kept saying the power broker's a guy. They kept saying he's a he. He's a he. So I think it's a guy. I think Sharon's working with Fury. I don't think she's bad.
It's Sharon a Skrull. After WandaVision, I'm like, what? Who is all these Skrulls?
Well, a lot of people are speculating that she is a power broker on YouTube. And I'm just like, how can you see that the fact that she is a power broker? She's not, because she helped the Falcon, Sam and Bucky to find the guy who created the serum, Right. And she was shocked when Zemo killed him. She was like, what were you doing? And I think that Zemo killed him because he was talking too much. Right. He knew, it's like he had to silence him. He's like, what? You're talking too much. Shut up. And he shot and killed him in the head. And then he was trying to kill Carly because, again, they know. So that's why I still think that Zemo is the power broker. And
but in the comic, Sharon ends up working with Fury anyway, and I don't think Sharon would have been bad. She probably had some she's probably angry, but I think deep down that's because she's undercover. She's really working with somebody, and I think we got three problems. Mm-hmm. I think she was mentioning Zemo, and I think probably Falcon and Bucky, but maybe because Bucky and Sam might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Alrighty.
So, but I seriously doubt she's the power broker because that's the most common sense thing, and Marvel things, the most common sense thing usually isn't gonna happen.
Yeah, no.
Right. Alrighty, guys. So that will be it for the show and everything. I appreciate LaDasha. I appreciate Tamara being on here and Charlie as well, doing this after show. I've been having a blast. Fridays is actually my favorite time to actually kick back, relax. Matter of fact, I feel like what's his name from The Hangover, where it's like when the kid comes out and goes, "Don't even talk to me. Don't even look at me. I'm gone." Yeah, that's actually how I feel. I feel like Phil from The Hangover. I'm like, don't even look at me. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go enjoy this with my friends, and that's how I feel.
We got more stuff to cover soon. June,
yeah,
Loki.
Yep. Loki. We're gonna be back for Loki.
Yep, you guys are gonna be back for Loki. So we're gonna have a full panel. It's gonna be a full panel, and I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm like super excited. I got my shirt ready.
I do have an announcement to make though too, and everything. And I made this announcement the other day last night, as a matter of fact, on was it the night before, Charlie, that I made the announcement?
I think it was the Mad Max Fury Road one.
Yeah, the Mad Max Fury Road review that I made the announcement. But I want to share this with you guys too. So, Schmoes of the North with Frenchie. I'm actually gonna be doing stuff on his channel and stuff like that too. And matter of fact, I'm actually gonna be on a show called Mount Schmodown starting tomorrow at 3:00 p.m. Central Time, 4:00 Eastern, and 1 o'clock Pacific Time. And basically, if you don't know what the Schmodown is, what it is a movie trivia show. It's a great show if you're into movie trivia and everything in a WWE kind of format. Go on in and check out the Schmodown and everything. It's really cool. They have Intergeekdom championships. They have Star Wars championships. There's also villains, heroes, just like a WWE kind of match and everything and stuff like that. It's really great. I've been watching it since 2014 and everything. I just got back into it, and I'm just feel privileged to actually be part of the Schmoes of the North now. I'm an official Schmo, if you will. But it's just thrilling that I never would have thought that in a million years that I would have the chance to work with the Schmoes. And what I mean by Schmoes as well, Mark Ellis, Christian Harloff, and everything else too, or getting a chance to even talk to them. I felt like I was out of my reach. Now it seems like it's just a perfect storm. It just feels like it's just happening and everything. I never would have thought in a million years I would even get to talk to them or have the possibility to talk to them, because I haven't talked to Christian Harloff yet or anything like that. But just to know the tantalization of the fact that it's happening makes me really thrilled to see what else we have in store. But anyways, guys, tomorrow night you can go on ahead and check us out at Movie Lovers Unite at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Pacific Time. Tamika will be on the show tomorrow night, and we're doing our evolution of hip hop and everything. And we're doing a dedication to DMX. So, so that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow night. And also too, we're going to be capturing the evolution of hip hop music, what it meant to us, people that we followed, the documentary as well. It's going to be a really awesome documentary that we're going to be doing Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific Time. Charlie and I are going to be reviewing the movie Bad Trip. So go on ahead, check that out on Sunday. And those are all the announcements as up to right now. But I'm sure there's going to be more to come in the later days.
Like sometime John and I might be doing a news segment too. We're going to be discussing the latest Paramount delays. There's some pretty big ones that was just released today, and that definitely shaking up the whole calendar. I mean, there's a lot of pieces out there that we can discover sometime next week.
So are we going to ever get the Star Trek with Chris Pines and Chris?
Well, Hemsworth was in the first one. He played the
father.
I thought they were supposed to come back together for another Star Trek.
I think they're done. I think they're done with the Star Trek.
Wow.
Because if you
2023, there's a new Star Trek. So I don't know.
I really like the one with Chris Pine.
But from what I saw and everything like this, I think that they're going to probably have some other people in there. I'm not sure if Chris Pine's going to be in it or anything like that. Because here's the thing. The very first reboot went from here. Then you had the sequel that went there. And then it kept on going down.
Yeah.
The projections.
First one was here. I mean, I liked the first one.
I love the first one. Yeah.
Third one was like quote Moneyball, 50 feet of crap.
Well, they had too much time between 1 and 2.
That's
I
true.
think that was the problem. It was just way too much time, and the cast was aging out.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys,
don't let me get started on that version of Star Trek. Don't let me get started on that. That's his own podcast.
It's okay. It's cool. We'll do something, Ladesh. I promise you, something in the Star Trek realm. I promise. All right.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Okay. So, anyways, guys, I really do appreciate everyone tuning in. Tamika, Luke, anybody that just happened to pop in and pop out and everything. I appreciate you guys even looking at us and everything. Another thing too, guys, is this. Go ahead, smash that like button, smash that share button. Also, too, comment below after the show, and I'll go ahead and comment below on any comments, any speculations and stuff like that too throughout the week. Go on ahead. Just because the show ends doesn't mean that it's over for you guys. Go on ahead, comment below. Tell us what you think. Also, too, if you guys want to, you guys don't have to, but you guys want to donate and show us some love, all you guys have to do is go to www.gofundme.com/Movie Lovers Podcast. Donate $5 to $10. Show us some love. This is to keep the lights on here at Movie Lovers Unite. If you don't have it, that's okay too. We do appreciate the support of just a thumbs up or just telling us how great of a job that we're doing here at Movie Lovers Unite. We do appreciate that. Another thing too is if you guys want to go for all your entertainment needs and wants, go to www.movieloversunite.com for all your entertainment needs and wants. And then, of course, you can find us on Facebook at Movie Lovers TV Lovers Unite on there, underneath the same brand on Pinterest and also on Instagram. And then, of course, you can always follow us on Twitter at Movie Lovers Unit, or you can get in touch with me at movieloversunite@gmail.com, or you can follow me at John DeGorio8 on Twitter. And those are all the places on our social medias that you can actually follow me on. Always, until next time, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. I can't wait to do this again. I always enjoy doing this on a Friday, and no better way to spend a Friday night than talking about geekdom than with you guys.
Yeah.
So,
same.
all right.
Bye.
All right. Bye, everybody.
I love Australia. Bye.